Hello, good morning everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me. I'm just continuing to make some ephemera and I'm trying to decorate some pages ready to go into journals that I'm going to be making. And I just thought I'd put the camera on the same as I did in the last video. I had a comment from one of my subscribers about the ruler that I use and how she's got one as well, a quilting ruler. And I just wanted to explain how I'd used it. She said it might be a good idea. This is a 6.5 inch quilting ruler. I'm an ex-quilter, I do still quilt, so I have got my rulers and I use them a lot. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a line that goes across corner to corner, and that's so that you can cut a 45-degree angle on your fabrics. But I use it when I'm doing corner pockets. So for example, if I was to fold a corner, make a corner pocket, so let me just roughly do it, just quickly cut it out. It's not an exact corner, so if I was to try to put that on, it doesn't fit because it's not an exact corner. The sides aren't straight. I know that doesn't matter to a lot of people, but I'm quite I seem to be quite neat and tidy. So the way that I do it is that black line. I don't know if you can see it. You see it better when it's on the light. That black line gives me a 45-degree, which means if I cut this one, if I put that line on and cut that one and then turn it around and put my 45-degree on that one, the lines match up, and you can see how wonky they were, but that becomes then a perfect corner and it becomes a perfect square. I know that it looks odd because the writing's wonky, but that actually is a perfect, so it matches the lines all the way around, so it makes it a perfect corner. It's just me. I know it shouldn't matter, but it does to me. Anyway, so I thought that I would just bring you along and make a few things. Now I've got some of these papers that I'd copied on the back of, and they'd gone a bit wrong. My photocopier has taken 2 pages at once, so it's only half printed. So I was thinking about it. I obviously don't want to waste it, and I could use the papers for collage, but I thought, well, I'm going to try and make a pocket out of it. So what I've kind of done, I've been thinking before I put the camera on, folks. Don't panic. So what my idea is to make this into a pocket with a flip to go over a page, which is kind of what we were doing on my last video, but these are slightly different. So I've put a crease in there, and then I've folded it to be the size of the pocket that I want. And it's too tall, so I'm going to put a fold at the top, and that will just strengthen the top of that. I don't know if this is going to work or not, by the way. Oh, it's here right in front of me again. But if you don't try these things, you don't know, do you? So I just want to turn, oopsie, 1, 2, 3. Just want to turn a little bit over. Can't think what I'm trying to do either. I thought I'd got everything out, so I'm just going to cut the corner on there and on there and cut that off. And I'm needing to obviously cut that paper down as well, because that's one that's going to be the flip. So I'm going to cut that off. Hopefully you'll see what I mean in a minute. And as always, I do hope I'm not confusing you folks that are kind enough to join me. So am I on screen yet? I'm just folding that over, because that will just then reinforce the top of that, and it's going to be a pocket. Just need to take a little bit more. I didn't take that very well off there. Okay, so I'm going to glue those down. Glue. In my head, this will work. Who knows what's going on in your own head, eh? So fold those over, and that's going to be the pocket. Not a very straight one, is it? Okay, so what can I do about that? How can I straighten that up? Well, why isn't it a straight one? Goodness only knows, Carol, what you've done there. That's better. Yeah, that's straight. It doesn't, I think it's my eye. I do need new glasses, I have to say. And then obviously it's misprinted at the bottom. So I'm going to do the same there because I want it to have a bottom. So I'm just going to take a bit off there as well. So again, I'm going to cut this off because this bit is going to be a flip. And I don't need this bit either. I have to think when I'm doing these pockets which bits you need, because I just want to be able to close the bottom of it off, don't I? So that should do. Try and work a bit tidy. And so that will close as a pocket. Now I've got some coffee dyed papers that I've had that I haven't used for whatever reason, and I thought I might try and attach it to those, so I'm going to give it a go. So my idea is, how did I work it? I think I'm going to attach that on there, so it's going to be a pocket. Sorry, can you see? So I've folded this paper and I've got a flip on it, but I haven't used it in a journal, so it's just a journal page to go in a journal. So I'm going to try and attach this pocket to this flip. So if I put it on there, it will be a flip, won't it? It'll be a pocket on there that can be used. So I'm going to do it. I'm just going to put that on. So I'm going to glue that on, she says. I'm going to glue this bit down here first, because I think that might be the easiest way for me to go. And then I'll turn it over and do the other side, I think. I'm going to put my glue on there. So that'll glue to there. And I'm going to put my glue on here. And hope that I'm kind of right and that it'll work. So I'm going to glue that like that. So that's going to be a tuck there. So far so good. And then when we open it out, that's going to be a flip. So I need to glue down there as well, don't I? I do indeed. So, oh, that's a good way to do it. Look, fold it back on itself. Okay. So I'm going to glue down here. Okay, just leave that a minute to glue. So that's glued down there as well. This bit needs cutting off because it's got that little bit on it that we don't want, that little bit. Okay. Right, I wonder if that's worked. Sometimes miracles do happen. So that's going to go over there, and that's going to be a flip, and that is a flip. I suppose you could have it that way and have it as a flip that way, but I really wanted it on that side. Well, that works, doesn't it? So let's see, let's put a couple of journal pages together and just see what it looks like. So if this was in a journal, okay, they're my journal pages together. So we'd flip that, that would flip out there, and it's a pocket there, so you can write on there. You turn it over and that would flip out there. Well, I think that works, doesn't it? I think it does. Wow, I've done it. I thought that was going to be really complicated. So I want to put a notch in here just to show that that is a pocket. I want it to be a big notch, it doesn't need to be. So that's there, that's a pocket. Yeah, I am pleased with that. I look amazed, don't I? I've got some book pages with flowers on, and I'm just wondering, I might like to use that one with the pink. What else have I got? I've got daffodil, dandelion even. That one would look quite pretty. I guess I'm looking for pinks, purples, purple. No, I think I'll stick with the one I've picked. And all as I'm going to do is fold it in half. I'm going to trim the edge 3.5 inches. May need to be a bit less. I'm going to do it a bit less than 3.5 inches. I'm going to cut it at the top. And when I'm cutting the size, I always put them in upside down. That's not gone all the way to the bottom, I don't think. Let's check. Oh, it is just about. I bet it's catching on the bit on the inside. Let's just try again, see if I can get it to go further down. There we go, that's gone further down. And then I can just check where I want it to come to. And I don't want it to be any higher than that page, so I'm going to cut it about there. Because I don't want to cut any more off the top. There we go, cut that off there. And then that's a pretty tag look, and you can still write around it, can't you? I'm going to make it into a tag. So that's going to be the front of the tag. I think this book was called something like The Alphabet of Flowers. Something like that. Right, I'm just going to stitch all the way around this. Zip, zip, zip. 1 minute. Okay, so all I've done is stitch all the way around it. So it's still got writing space on it. I was just wondering if I've got a tag that I might feel like I want to put on. And I think I might. Just pick that one. Did anybody... Oh, see where I put my glue book. So as I said in the video I did last time, I'm hoping to get bits and pieces done so that I can perhaps put a couple of journals together. I won't be doing any more journals until August for sure, because as I said, I think I've said, we're going away really been looking forward to this holiday. We're going off to the Lake District to do some walking, and that is mine and my husband's very happy place. We love it there. So we're going walking. I'm just going to put a hole in there. Pink ribbon I've got. This is what, seam binding. And I'm going to attempt to tie it, and those of you that have watched me before will know tying ribbons and me doesn't work very well. Actually, I might just leave it like that. Do I want to put a double knot? Knots are so much easier than bows, aren't they? I think I'm just going to leave it like that, you know. These little bits that I cut off, I save because I do the paper strips that Rachel makes, and then I just put bits of ribbon and lace on it, and then it gets used, cut it up and use it to as tabs and things like that. So I save all my little bits, I don't throw them away. So I think that's a very simple little tag, and it's going to go down in there, and I think that looks really nice. So it flips out that way. I was just thinking you may be able to use it as a double tag because I've left that bit open as well, but I don't think I would. Maybe I could have cut that down a bit, and when it opens you've got a flip just there. I could cut that off shorter if I wanted to, and I might, well, when it goes in a journal, put a tab on there. But you could write on there or put something on it, and you've not lost your journaling space. So I'm happy with that one as well. Shall we try and do another one? What have I got? I've got a couple of book pages. This one has gone horribly wrong as well. And because of where it's printed, I was going to try and do one on the opposite. Well, you still could you do one on the opposite side? So you could have, no, I couldn't, could I? So I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to make this into the same sort of thing. So I am going to fold it, put a fold, so that is going to be where I close the pocket. That's what I'm trying to say, isn't it? So I'm going to do that like that. Do I want to try and do it the same? This piece, I'm not going to use that one because that went, so I think it was, I don't know why it went horribly wrong, but it did. It just did. So I'm going to do this one the same as I did the other one. So it's going to be a pocket that's going to attach on here, but it will be different because this isn't going to be a flip. It's going to be a tuck spot. How's that for a change? Is my folding? Yeah, I think it's just my eye that's out, not literally. Fold this over so that we've got to reinforce the top. Don't need that bit. And make a little V there because that's where the pocket folds. And it comes to there, so I need to cut off that lot because we don't need that either. It's seeing the line that I have difficulty with to cut across. I think it's there. Yep. So they're going to fold like that, and that's going to be the flip. Okay. I think once you've done one, it's easier to do the rest, maybe. Although this will be slightly different, because I'm not putting it on a flip out page, am I? But I suppose that shows that we can be versatile. And then I need something at the bottom as well, don't I? Yes, I do. So I need to take that off the bottom. Cut the corner bit off. Take that bit off. And then I can take all of this piece off. I just thought it might be a good way to use up those papers that your printer just... Mine seems to be doing it a lot just lately. Maybe I've perhaps worn it out. Oh, I can't afford another one. It's going to have to do. I do not like wasting papers at all. I think I just need to take a snip off the bottom of that page. It's not, my cutting isn't very straight, it would seem. Yeah, just neaten that up a bit. So that's going to go there. I'm just trying to figure out where I need it to fold. So if that went on there, it could be an extra pull out, couldn't it? So that is going to pull out like that. Oh, it can't pull that far out, can it? Oh no, you've got it right. Think about it, Carol. Come on, think. This one won't work like that, will it? You're having it on there, that's going to be a pocket. You could have it on there like a pocket. And then it would fold over there, wouldn't it? And that would be the flip. So it could go on there like that, or it could go on there like that. Oh yeah, it could go on there like that. For sure it can. So I think what I need to do is close this pocket first. I do get, what is the saying, get your knickers in a knot, when I'm trying to think which way papers can fold and how you can use them. So close your pocket first. I think that's where I was going wrong. Close that pocket. Pocket closed. Okay. I probably should have put my little notch in before I glued it, shouldn't I? I'm not very good at getting them in the centre either. Oh, not bad, not bad. So that's going to go that way. So I'm going to put the notch all the way through. That pinned, didn't it? So I'm going to put that on there as a pocket. I was just wondering if I could leave it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue. I'm going to have it as a tuck spot that side. So I'm going to put glue across the bottom. I'm going to put glue up the top where it's going to sit on the edge. And I'm going to put glue where I've put that notch, because if I hadn't put the notch in the back, I could have left it and just glued it down, but I didn't. Okay. And I'm going to put it, well, not centrally, but I'm going to put it not at the bottom and not at the top. And there, like that. I need to take the edge off of there. How are we doing for time? 25 minutes. Cut that off there. And I suppose you could have it there as a flip, and then you've got a pocket underneath. I might quite like that actually. So it opens out. You've got a pocket there. I think I'm going to leave it like that. My idea was that you could turn it over and have it on that side as a flip. Choices and decisions, eh? Doesn't matter, does it, really, which way you want to do it? If I was going to have it there, I'd want to put something on that. And I don't know what I've got. I've got some of Rachel's bits and pieces that I've got all cut out here. Actually, oh, is his beak cut off, or was he like that? I don't know. I was just thinking that could be a pocket on there. And that might be quite nice. And then that flips out and you've got that. I think I like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fold those up. So how many of you, when you're making something, change your mind as you're going along? Is what you want to do. Hope I'm in frame. So I'm going to put that on there like so. Do I want, I think I do, to put a little hinge on that bit as well, so that I just like to make sure there's plenty of room when I've made a pocket to get something inside it. And obviously that is quite a short piece of paper. So I'm going to stick an extra bit on so that it's got 3 flaps. Stick that on there. Sorry, do I keep going off screen? Note to self, it's because I get carried away what I'm doing, and although I've got the camera right underneath my nose, I can't always see what I'm doing. That's going to go on there as a pocket. And I'm going to just strengthen that a little bit, because as I've said before, it's only copy paper that they're not printed on anything substantial. Whether it'll, oh, it did cut. So that's going to go on there as a pocket. I'm liking this. Let's get it stuck down. Right, get rid of these bits of paper. How are we doing for time? Nearly 30 minutes. Gosh, golly, doesn't time fly when you're having fun? So that's on there. It flips out and you've got a pocket there. So have we got time to see if we can find something for tags to go in? Quite like that. I might back that actually as a tag to go in there. I might not. And then I wonder if I've got one of those book pages that might do for here. I don't know if I've got, oh, that's got yellows and blues on. Purples, yellows, little blues. I think I'm going to try this one. Yeah, that'll be pretty. Let's cut that down. How wide is that? So I'm thinking I want it to be about 3 1/4. I think these are the only pages I've got left of that book now. And you know what? I think that's the first book that I've actually used up completely. Would you believe it? I'm not going to take much off the top. Let me just put the glue lid on. Right, let's just see. I think again that's just sticking, isn't it? I think I need to make that one a little bit narrower. Has that gone all the way to the bottom? Not quite. Why is it sticking? Too keen with my glue probably. Let's just take a little bit off that. It's just a bit tight in that pocket. It is quite thick paper, this book page. Sorry folks, I'm faffing, aren't I? Faff with Carol, that's what I ought to call my videos. It does not want to go in. I think that was it. Yeah, that's good enough. So I'm going to cut it about there. Do my corner again. Right, I'm going to fiddle with this 1 minute. Okay, all sorted. I think it's because I hadn't stitched it at the bottom, so the 2 bits of the tag were catching either side. So same as before. Which way do I want to be the front? Does it matter? I think I want the flowers that, whoopsie daisy, that way at the front. So I'm going to punch my hole. I thought this was a blue colour, but I think it's kind of a lilac-y colour, but it's sure pretty. And I'm just going to tie those the same as I did the other one. Oopsie. Like that. That's it. We're in, folks. So that's going to go on there. Might cut them shorter when I know where it's going. I might look for a different tag for in there, and I need something to go into there, don't I? can't cut that down because I'd lose the frame, so I don't want to use that one. We've got butterflies, that would fit. Yeah. And it could well be that I decorate this when I know what journal it's going in, but I'm going to leave those tags in there as potential to use. I mean, you know, I could rip round that and put it on. I could put something on there so that it can be writing space, or I could leave it for the person who gets this in a journal to decide what they want to do. So I've done 2. That's not bad going, is it? So that one has ended up as a flip. So it will flip out because that's where it's going to get stitched in. So it will flip out, pull out and flip out. Could well put a pocket on there, I think. And then this one flips that way, and it's got a pocket there and a pocket there and a pocket there. And if I wanted to, you could actually still flip it that way and have it as a pocket there. Choices. I think I like it that way. But again, it could be moved, it could be changed when whoever gets this. So I hope you like the 2 of them. As I say, I'm trying to get bits and pieces done. And I hope you come back to join me. Any questions, please do ask. Take care, folks. Bye.